I'm Robbie Bullough with wide receiver Ross Apo. You said it was pretty brutal out there today.
Yeah, as for the receiving core, a couple of guys went down. So, it was just like 2 or 3 of us running in the wide receiver positions. And it's hot. I don't know how hot it is, probably like 100 degrees out here. But, yeah, it was pretty brutal today for the receivers.
This is your 3rd year, but still, you go out there. Fall camp is hard work.
Yeah, I mean, just depending on how you treat or practice it, no matter if you've been here for 10 years, it's if you run hard and you go through everything hard, it's going to be hard practice, and that's how we train. Especially for me, I'm trying to get back in good shape, and I'm just trying to run. I run hard when we do everything, and I was just tired.
Have you been restricted at all? Because for the first 4 days, it's been helmets only. So have you been able to do everything because there haven't been pads?
For the most part, yeah. The only thing I don't do is team. But today I got cleared to do like run play action stuff. So I do everything except for the last 20 minutes of practice.
So what's the update?
On
your shoulder.
Oh, my shoulder. Actually, I don't know. They're taking it day by day, kind of like what they're doing with Kyle. I'm not exactly sure, when they're gonna start letting me do things. They're kind of, they're just asking me every day how it feels, and I tell them it feels good, but I guess it's up to Doc to when he clears me.
2 years ago it was your finger, now your shoulder. Is your goal to make it through a whole season healthy this year?
Yeah, we don't ever try to get hurt, but it's unfortunate things like that happen, and my shoulder was a little setback, but the trainers here, they do a good job of getting us back, so I don't think it's going to be a big deal when it comes to the season.
With Riley Nelson going into his senior year, do you think it's easier for the receivers when there's a senior quarterback? You'll have the one guy throwing the ball. Do you think it's easier to gel as an offense?
Yeah, it's definitely easier. You don't have to you don't have to worry about the quarterbacks having their little dilemma back there, and you know who's going to throw to you. You know what to expect out of the quarterback instead of having two. And Riley, he's as confident as ever, and he'll throw the ball now. He really doesn't care, or he'll take off and run. So, all of us we're very comfortable with Riley as our quarterback.
Any other receivers in these first 4 days that have impressed you?
Skyler, he stepped up and filled in for Cody's spot. He's been balling out. Taryn, he's came up with some good catches, but
he's your twin. He's wearing number 11, and you guys, especially in helmets, I mean, look exactly the same.
Yeah, we do look a lot similar, and I bet people probably get us confused. They probably thought that I was him in the spring game, but yeah, Skyler and Taryn, they've been doing very well.
You didn't get a chance to play with Austin Colley, but his younger brother wearing number 9 out there. Are you impressed with Dylan?
Yeah, Dylan, he's a baller. He's crisp, just like Austin, and he catches the ball very well. I've worked out with Austin. He comes in the summer, and I've worked out with him, and Dylan reminds me, he's like identical to Austin, and just like a smaller version. He's the exact same.
Are there any particular former BYU receivers that maybe you've watched film on, that you've seen similarities that maybe you try to pattern your game after?
Yeah, Todd Watkins. He was a burner. He just liked to run downfield and catch the ball, and that's what I'm gonna try to be like. Just somebody that could take off downfield, but at the same time, Coach Doman tells me, that I need to have all-around game. So, we got to work on the little things. But if I looked up to a receiver, it'd probably be Todd.
When we see you and Cody out there, fairly tall for wide receivers, and then BYU's secondary hasn't always been the tallest. Most of the teams that you play against are going to have smaller secondaries. Do you ever feel bad for those guys you're going to have to go up against?
Oh, I never feel bad for them. They're always out to get us. They always want to smash us and hit us. So, me and Cody, we do whatever we can to get open. And, if Riley throws up the ball and we go up and get it, I never feel bad. And it's pretty funny when we beat the DBs. So.
Were you excited to get going in football again this year?
Oh yeah, definitely excited. After last year, I got to get in and score a couple touchdowns, and it's always fun to have success. So I'm looking forward to this year a lot.
Now, personally, this has got to be a tough time of year because you're in fall camp all day. Soccer's getting ready for their season. Are you still finding time to see Jess?
Yeah, you know, probably maybe between breaks, you know, if there's time, we'll probably just go grab something to eat if I don't eat here. Probably later on after practice, you know, I'll just stop by her place and say hi. But you know, it's our seasons, and we know what's important, and you know we'll get to hang out on the weekends or whatever. But you know, we both understand because we're both athletes that you know we gotta take care of sports first. So you know, we find time.
How many games are you going to make it out to this year at Southfield?
However many I can make it to, because I think they play on the same days as us. So whatever times they play, we'll have to see.
There's a couple times the football game's in the afternoon, the soccer game in the evening. You can pull the double, right?
Yeah. No, I told her I'll go to try to make it to all their games. She says I never go, but I always go with Cody and Kyle. So.
But football first, right?
Yeah, football first, always.
Okay, thanks, Ross.
Yeah, no problem.